Hello, and welcome to the Tree Planners podcast for June 5th, 2020. I'm Adam Balla, and Margaret Prophet is joining us as well, as usual.
Hello.
So we're not going to do our regular episode today. We're not going to be talking much. What we thought we would do instead is just throw two resources in support of Black Lives Matter and the situation that is currently unfolding. So I've got a number of links that I've been following. I'll just mention a few of them, but the idea is that we're going to post links to this and we'll update it, over the coming days and weeks as we find further resources. But we'll post all of this stuff in the show notes on our website. And so if you're interested in learning more about some of this stuff, we certainly are. So we're sort of intentionally kind of searching out resources. Then head on over to our website, simcoecountygreenbelt.ca, and you'll be able to find all the resources there. So some of the stuff that, given our particular area of interest, Margaret and I, in planning, in sort of the environmental aspects of things, there's been a number of articles out discussing how, for instance, this one out by City Lab, titled "America's Cities Were Designed to Oppress." Architects and planners have an obligation to protect health, safety, and welfare through the spaces we design. As the George Floyd protests reveal, we've failed. Another one up at Fast Company, racism is built into U.S. cities. Here's how architects can fight back. There's some reading lists. There's a good one in The Guardian, Do the Work, an anti-racist reading list. That'll be up. There's a letter to Barack Obama up at The Intercept. Also a podcast, Sandy and Nora. Sandy Hudson is one of the co-founders of Black Lives Matter Toronto. She's been on a number of, she was also on Canadaland recently, the most recent episode, Shortcuts, number 265, Newsroom Mutiny. She was a guest co-host for that. And Nora Loretto is also the co-host of Sandy and Nora podcast. Canadaland is always good, but especially this one episode, number 265, Shortcuts. A local podcast, well worth listening to, Struggle in the Suburbs by Michael Spears. I don't think it's out yet, but it should be coming out fairly soon. I know that he had Shelley Skinner on as a guest, and Shelley's been very active in our area. There's we'll include some links on defunding the police. Sandy Hudson, again, makes some really persuasive arguments for why this is a good idea, pointing out that there's a number of areas that the police currently perform duties in that could be better done by others.
I think the point of this time is for us to challenge ourselves, us being people that aren't, Black, Indigenous, or people of color. For us white folks out there have to challenge ourselves a little bit. And so we're hoping the resources we put up will give you access points to how to go into uncomfortable places and how to kind of confront some of the things that are easier left unconfronted.
Yeah. And that discomfort is an important aspect of this. I know that, I'm not going to start giving my own opinion because that's not important here. And we'll just, we'll link to the resources of people who actually know what they're talking about here.
Mm-hmm.
And so short and sweet, we're going to end. Margaret, have you got anything? We're going to include some links. I know that you've got a number of links that
the one
that we're going to put up.
The one is a Google Docs link that actually talks about racism as an iceberg, where there's that 10% that everyone agrees, is very visible, racist kind of tone or behavior. And then there's a whole bunch of other things that would be classified as racism that maybe we don't recognize as such. And so the document goes through the different stages of kind of self-awareness when it comes to racial issues and systemic issues, and then outlines kind of resources, some thoughts to challenge, and some questions you can ask yourself to help move through. And it does talk in there very clearly about that a lot of people get to the guilt and shame level. And because those are two very uncomfortable emotions, a lot of people get stuck there and either retreat back to what they knew, or feel like they just get stuck in this spot. And they were talking about to really get to that level of awareness and to become a fully contributing member to anti-racism, that you have to kind of push through those really uncomfortable feelings of guilt and shame. So, so it does talk about that document.
It takes work.
Bravery.
So yesterday there was a big march in Barrie with a number of really amazing speakers, and the march ended with a period of silence for 8 minutes and 46 seconds, the amount of time that the police officer knelt on George Floyd on his neck as he died. It was incredibly powerful. So Margaret and I are going to step out here, and we'll leave you with that period of time.
And now we'll quiet down and we'll honor the man that we're all here to never forget, George Floyd, the man that we all watched lose his life, but also the man that changed the world. Here we go. I can't breathe. 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 Mama, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. If that's not murder, I don't know what is.